Oh, I was kind of hoping that wouldn't be an issue.
You actually broke her watch?
Okay, you actually broke her watch. 1 year and a half ago, my voice was cracked.
Are we being punished for something?
Are we being punished for something? Are we being punished for something? Kids, I'm gonna tell you an incredible story.
Kids, I'm gonna tell you an incredible story.
Look, I cleaned. I did the windows, I did the floor. This video is all about how to learn English and improve your speaking skill without wasting your time. Now, as you guys know, studying with scripts is all about speaking English fluently, thinking in English, expanding your vocabulary. Now, when it comes to learning English with scripts, I came up with a specific method. There are 5 important rules that you need to follow when it comes to improving your speaking skill and learn English with scripts. Number 1, don't read the scripts. Scripts are for speaking and acting. They're not for reading. You can't improve your speaking skill by doing reading practice.
Give her a break. It's hard being on your own for the first time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I remember when I first came to this city. I was 14. My mom had just killed herself and my stepdad was back in prison.
Okay, give her a break. It's hard being on your own for the first time. Thank you, you're welcome. I remember when I first came to the city, I was 14. My mom had killed herself, my stepdad was back in prison, and I got here, I didn't know anybody. There are 2 key points, important techniques that you must strictly follow. That leads me to the rule number 2. Don't memorize the lines and use your imagination. Now, when it comes to improving your speaking skill with scripts, your goal is to repeat the lines without looking at the script and picturing the scenes of the show, movies, or music videos, whatever you're working with. Always keep this in mind. Picture the scenes using your imagination while repeating the lines without looking at the text. That's what will make you speak English fluently. Example. You can see me picturing the scenes from Friends. You can see my face. You can see how I try to remember those scenes. You can see how I picture those scenes. Basically, while I'm repeating those lines without looking at the text, I picture those scenes. I use my imagination. And that makes you speak English fluently. That's what makes a huge difference when it comes to improving your speaking skill.
And then he killed himself. And then I found aromatherapy. So believe me, I know exactly how you feel.
The word you're looking for is... Anyway...
You ready?
I don't think so.
Oh, come on. Cut.
And then he killed himself, and then I found aromatherapy. So believe me, I know exactly how we feel. The word you're looking for is anyway. So, alright, you ready? I don't think so. Alright, so you ready? I don't think so. Cut. Number 3, follow a cycle. The worst mistake you can ever do when it comes to speaking is studying superficially. If you don't let your brain process the new information, vocabulary, grammar rules, expressions, all of your efforts will be wasted. So I always had a routine that I strictly used to follow every day. At the time when I was studying with friends, this was the cycle that I was following every single day. This cycle is one of the most important reasons that I speak English fluently today. What is this cycle? Let me explain it. Every day, I used to study English with scripts, right? At least 2 or 3 hours. Now, you need to follow this cycle very carefully. Now, Friends is 20 minutes long, right? Every day, you will only work on 5 minutes of the episode. First day, 5 minutes. On the second day, another 5 minutes. Third day, another 5 minutes. Fourth day, another 5 minutes. You only focus on those little parts every single day, like 5 minutes out of 20 minutes every single day. At the end of the 4th day, instead of moving on to the next episode, next day, you'll start to work on the episode one more time. If you don't do that, all of the effort, energy you put into in the last 4 days will be for nothing. It will be wasted. So you start over again. And this time, instead of working on like the 5 minutes of the episode a day, you will work on the 7 minutes out of 20 minutes. Like this time, you will try to finish the episode in 3 days. Day 5, 7 minutes. Day 6, 7 minutes. And the last day of the week, 6 minutes. So basically, you'll be starting and finishing the episodes twice in a week. Then the next week, you get to the next episode and do the same thing. Follow the same routine and don't finish more than 4 episodes a month. That cycle will make you speak English fluently. If you don't follow this cycle, you will be wasting your time and you will not be improving your speaking skill. Because in order to process every single information properly, you need to follow a cycle, okay? And you can apply this cycle to any movie, any TV show that you're working with, okay? If you're working with a movie, you can apply this cycle. You'll break the movie into many different parts and you'll every single day focus on like 5 minutes of the movie, and that's it. And you'll do this practice for like 2 hours a day, okay? Number 4, prepare your study materials beforehand. Get every single material ready for your English learning process. So make sure you don't interrupt the process while practicing. If there are words that you don't know, write down their meanings right next to the lines so that during your practice, you don't interrupt the process and constantly stop and look up the words in the dictionary. Never forget that, guys. Focus and efficiency is the key. Number 5, breaks are not for relaxation. They are for getting motivated and not losing your energy and vibe. So when you take a break, make sure that you do something that keeps reminding you that you need to keep studying. After studying for 40 minutes, you feel like so satisfied. You're like, oh, I did it. I deserve a break. Now it's my right to go on my phone because I deserve that, because I studied for like 30 minutes. Now I can go on my phone because I deserve the break. After breaks, I start to feel lazy. So it's so important to do something that boosts your motivation and energy. Something that reminds the point of studying. So what I do in order to not to get lazy and lose my energy and motivation, I will directly go on YouTube and watch my favorite YouTubers that I like. You know, I like their accents, you know, the way they speak, etc. And be like, oh, I wish I was able to speak like this. Then I would motivate myself. This is how I want to be speaking. So whoever motivates you, just watch them. And then keep going. Don't get back to the real world during study hours. Make sure you disconnect from the real world where you see texts in your own language or you hear people speak your language. These are the 5 important rules that I followed. Every single day, I follow the cycle. I always focused on improving my speaking skill with scripts. This is how I improve my vocabulary, how I improve my speaking skill, and in general, this is how I learned English. I hope this was useful and helpful for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.